Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd, and Palo Santo for us today. Welcome, everyone. Oops. All right. Clear some energies. Step out some energies. There we go. All right. Good Dawning, everyone, and welcome to Thursday episode of Good Dawning. My name's Josh, or Mr. Floyd, or Josh, or Lottie. Good Dawning. Henny, PG. Wait for everybody to pile in. Dale, Lindsay, Shelley, Neil. All right. Millie, good dawning. All right, now we can get the party started here. We have Millie here as well. All right, so today we're going to work. We have two new decks. One being over on the table, and the one that Millie gave us as well. So when she was out, found a discounted deck. So both of those are in the charging process. We will get those up and using next week here on the channel. So, but good dawning, everyone, and grateful to have all of you here. We're going to work with the citrine pillar here as well, and or the calcite pillar, I should say. Orange calcite, there we go. So we're going to work with that today for abundance. Anything orange can help to ground in abundance. And let me grab over there. As I forgot yesterday, I forgot to do the palm reading cards. So you can hear me. Right. But I forgot to do the palm reading cards, so we will do that as well. And you get these posted. So we have 47, 46 and 47. And then here we go is the next cards. We have, all right, we will do these two. All right, so we'll do these two next. 48 and 49. And we'll get these over here. So we'll have the Ring of Saturn and the Ring of Solomon today. So yeah, I totally spaced it yesterday and totally nobody said anything in the chat. So, or I may not have noticed either way. If there was anything going through the chat, you know, sometimes the chat's kind of like it's like visual white noise to an extent. As things stand out, like the word peace, because it's all in caps there. Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate that. Sending somebody peace as a gift. And here, we'll grab the, you want some peace? And grab the selenite that we got from our package yesterday. So, all right. Winter Wolf Tarot. So, all right. So let's work with the Divine Masters cards real quick and see where the energy takes us for today. As far as, you love when you cut the deck, right? I'm cutting it for a shuffle into Saint Germain. So, you know, there's how many cards here? 40 something? I don't know. But I cut the deck into Saint Germain. So that tells you anything, guys. And it was just literally cutting it for a shuffle here. Of course, at the bottom of the deck as well, there's Melchizedek. So I don't make these things up. Melchizedek was at the bottom. This is like my shuffle here, right? So it's going to shuffle the deck. And so there we go, guys. Saint Germain and Melchizedek already coming through for today. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is only going to be like 60 something today. So yeah, our weather, it's going to be 70 at the max today, right? Which means mostly in the 60s. And then tomorrow, 35 and 2 to 3 inches of snow. Yesterday, 80, 89, something like that. So yeah, so I know, right, Millie? Melchizedek and Saint Germain in the cut. So we're gonna flip these here in a second and see what we get. Otherwise, we really could have just taken that and called it a day. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to get inches of snow when we've it's been like 85 degrees here most of the week. So welcome to crazy Colorado. All right, so let's cut this into thirds. Un, de, oh, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And let's see what we get. We'll take the bottom card for our energetics of the day. And then the top 3, 1, 2, and 3, to see what we get as far as how to achieve those said energetics. All right. I'll put this back. All right, so the card we got, and we're generally getting the same cards at this point because the energetics in us are the same. There's that title into England for Laura Chloe with our British voice preference. There's that tie into England. Oh, with the British, yeah, in the last thing, the iPhone and British voice on the iPhone. I've never physically touched an iPhone, so I don't know. Toth. So today, and other than like at the T-Mobile store or something. Toth. Divine magic. The teacher awakens, the student becomes the master. And we've had Toth before, and in this same position. So Toth is back to teach us as students, and we're all students, right? To become masters of what? Ourselves, our universes. All right, so the divine director. All right. Let's shuffle this around just a little bit. There we go. All right. So from this end here, the divine director, trust the process. So then it's to create space for the divine order to unfold. So awaken into divine magic, and then it says to wait to create space for that divine magic to actually happen, right? So that's another way to look at that. Let's give this an all chat here. Your chat filter always starts on top messages, and then you miss half the chat, right? All right. Michael and Faith. Spiritual calling. This is a new card. Divine protection, breakthrough moment. So there we go, Michael and Faith. So I don't know, divine protection and a breakthrough moment. It's asking us to awaken into our master selves and to let everything unfold. So if you let everything unfold, then eventually there would be, hopefully, right? I mean, at some point, before you cease to exist on this planet, right, there would be a breakthrough moment of some fashion, right? We would certainly hope. And then finally, in Hathor, which can also be linked back to Sekhmet and, of course, all of that. Acceleration, brilliance, and standing in your light. So Hathor is asking us to, yay, just what I wanted to hear. Stand in our light. So, all right, so let's just kind of put all these puzzle pieces together because we were looking at these things like a puzzle, right? All right, so today we have Toth, and that's divine magic. The teacher awakens, the student becomes the master. The divine director here. So we're asking, in your universe, create space for divine order to unfold, which also means you have to let go, right? But also realizing that if you are creating space for the divine to come in, then generally you are divinely protected, as we see here in Michael and Faith, and having a breakthrough moment. And then finally, Hathor, allowing for some light activation and acceleration, brilliance, and standing in that light. So a lot of standing in light, a lot of letting things happen. We block those things with our heavy or negative energy. So if you're going through it, don't just careful what you state, because then we can block those things. But if we have trust and faith, then apparently the universe is trying to, and the song comes stuck in my head is, do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Right, that's in the young girl, that song. So if you believe in magic here, something tough, right? Divine magic. So let's let the magic happen today. So we're going to call in divine magic. So that will be our energy of this dawning. Instead of doing like an energetic recall, which we will set up our weekends tomorrow and recall garbage weekends, today we will call in magic in our universe. We are magical. The fact that you are on Earth, on a whether this is a game show, like a gameplay that we're on, or whether this is a real planet, or you are in a simulation, like a computerized simulation. Either way we look at it. And everybody's opinion varies here, but either way we look at it, it is magical that in some form that we are here in the material realm. When right, so either way you can see that. So if you nothing else to ground into magically, just the fact that you have a meat suit when you are a ball of energy is magical. I have Hungarian, Gypsy, and wild Northern Italian blood and spirit. There you go. But really you don't have any of that because that's you're just source energy. Your body has that, but Henny yourself is just source ball love energy, just a big ball of love, right? Basically speaking. All right, I've been a bit assimilated, then untamed a bit. All right, so let's go ahead and do a some energy here. We'll do a call in the magic in all of us. So we'll call in magic. So from your end, let's take some breaths as we breathe out. Breathe out anything that's blocking us, and as we breathe in all the magic of the universe. So we'll breathe in the magic that we are looking for. So take a deep breath in, and as we breathe, or take a deep breath in, as we breathe in, we pull in all the magic. As we breathe out, we release anything that's blocking us from that magic itself. We release anything that sees us in a dark light, and we release anything that sees us not as the magical, amazing beings that we truly, really are. All right. So take a deep breath in with me. We hold it for 4 seconds. We cycle our breath. And release. Hershey, good dunning. And breathe in again. And we hold it for 4 seconds. And we breathe out. And on the last one, we're going to say the word satisfied. We're going to drop a V right here, like a sandwich. And then we're going to say the word satisfied as we breathe out. That generally drops you into your heart chakra. So breathe in. And when we breathe out, we'll say satisfied. We can breathe out through our nose or our mouth, either way. Satisfied. And as you do that, boom. Generally, you'll feel your energy shift right into your heart chakra. Let's do one more. So, satisfied. And if you're ever out of space during your day, you can quickly do that. You can just say it in your head just as well. Unless you're the 20% that can't say anything in their head. Or they cannot visualize anything, they can't say anything in their head, they can't hear a song in their head, none of that exists. They can't create a picture in their head. No thing can be done. Read to yourself. No, they have to quietly read out loud because there's nothing going. So as long as you're not one of them, then you can drop right into your heart chakra. So we'll do it one more time. Breathe in. Satisfied. My guest is gone. Oh, awesome. The magic is working fast. Got you. Satisfied. Awesome. All right, so let's do an invocation to bring in and allow for Thoth to bring in the magic today. So we're actually going to call in Thoth and ask him to bring in the magic. So if you want to join me, you can repeat. You can just at the end say so it is, or you could do nothing. It's truly up to you. Right, we call in Thoth and allow for the magic of today. We call in Thoth and we allow for the love of today. And we call in Thoth to allow us, to help us, to bring in, to guide us into that divine magic so that we are our own divine masters of today. And we thank you, Thoth, for bringing that and offering that magic to us and for us today. Hallelujah. And so it is for our highest. All right. So we thank you, Thoth. And we ground into Thoth's offer to bring in divine magic today. And in order to do so, remember, you are divinely protected. Let Hathor help to accelerate that. And of course, let the divine director, let them step in. And what happens when we direct versus giving it to the divine director? It's something you are looking for. Maybe that'll be something we discuss today. The divine director and letting the universe, Saint Germain's already letting the universe guide versus us trying to create and control. It's all stories for the remembrance of who we really are. Exactly. Here's the way I've got a guess, and it's really all a guess because we really don't know anything, right? And even then, we may not know, right? We know what we don't. We know what we feel, and it came to me a while ago. And the channel's pinned on Millie's channel, and Michelle, when she mentioned that we're in a game, and really that's because we all have had past life readings, right? From like Viviani or myself, I can now go into your Akashic and whatnot, and so can Millie and a bunch of us, right? So from that end, here's a question for you, Willow, as well. And so from that end, then, and we also we've all say we've had lives in Avalon. This is going to make the question, Knights of the Round Table. Well, can we be the only? How many billion people are on this planet, right? And how many people have talked about being in Avalon? I mean, honestly, otherwise there could only be, how many were in the Knights of the Round Table? 10, 20? I mean, really, how many? I mean, how many people could have been living there? 1,000, 2,000? I mean, this was the medieval times, right? It wasn't like it was Chicago and there's 7.5 million people living in Avalon. No. And if time's nonlinear, if time's linear, then it only happened once, right? But if time is nonlinear, speaking of Viviani, we literally just mentioned your name. That is too funny for words, right? All right, so good dawning, welcome. So if we're in a nonlinear time frame, right, meaning that it's not specifically straight, technically, like the Bagel movie is really kind of accurate. All things are happening all at once, right? So we could go into theories about all of this, but just take it from that. How many of us were actually? All of us could have been in Avalon, but then not everybody else who says they were in Avalon could have been if this is a linear time frame. So what we're getting at here, and this is my latest theory, is that we're in a game, right? And that all of this, we've all chosen the Ascension timeline, right? So we've been in Avalon, we've been motorcycle racers, and we've done this and that, and we've done everything we've wanted to play in the game, right? So now it's like, what game is left? Oh, the Ascension timeline. That's the highest timeline, the highest game you would technically play, because we are all one with God. We are all everyone, everywhere, all at once. Right, exactly. Because we're source, right? Even though we're different, we're all right, exactly. It's walled energy. The energy shoved into this frame is going to come out different than the same energy shoved into Henny's frame. Exactly. But yeah, since we're all here together, right? And now bear with me, this kind of drags in, and maybe this gets expanded on today, and I'll be on the round table at the 11:30, 1:30 today as well. It is pinned to the channel, so the round table is under the lives, so please do check that out. But this might be a good topic. But either way, as we're standing here, all of us have played that game as well, and most of us, most likely, based on what we're gathering here, has played that game together, right? So keeping that in mind, if Avalon, and all of us have had that, and Viviani's proven to a bunch of that we've had lives in Avalon. And so if that being the case, there's another soul group that's all had lives in Avalon. Are you getting this, right? And there's another soul group out there that probably had lives in Avalon as well. Chloe, good dawning. You are not late. You are perfectly on time for when you needed to get here, Chloe. So we were just discussing the fact that most likely we're kind of at the end of the game, right? Because if we're choosing the Ascension timeline and all hanging here now in that Ascension timeline, then we've all played the Avalon game, and how many millions, if not billions, of other people on planet Earth have played the Avalon game, and how many are playing that right now? Think of it like Westward, right? You choose the time. I've always thought, and the Egyptian game too. Exactly, Millie. I've always kind of felt that we have we just chose to come. We said, okay, let's do the current Ascension game, right? And so, no, what we here are seeing in that game, we are on the game field Earth of Ascension. So maybe, I mean, this is all theory, right? Because we really don't know any of it, and we're just grateful. We don't try to ground. I'm not trying to ground into any of this as truth or not. It's just what I'm feeling at the moment. And again, the channel on Millie's page there and her posts from Michelle there, that kind of smacked me in the head, because it's like, wait a minute, you've had a past life in Avalon. Well, really? So I was the Black Knight, or Nathan was the Black Knight, right? But either way, then wait a minute. How did all these other people claim to have past lives in Avalon? So just think about that for a moment as you go out throughout your day here. That are we really? You chose to come down here first off, right? And you have to meet with your council of elders second, right? And so but what did you choose? Did you choose to come down and be a drag racer? No, you're not Shirley Muldowney, right? So you didn't do that. So right. So what did you decide to come to do? So in this case, you came to be part of the Ascension timeline. You were like, all right, I am done with all the other games. This is the last game on the block, and so that's why we're all here. At least, Care Bear, good Donnie. At least as far as I can tell, why we're all here is together to play the Ascension game, right? And then once you graduate from the Ascension game, then you don't beat the game, but you've played it all. You've played out the game, right? And so in this iteration of the game, if you go back into your past lives, then there you go. Right. So that's when you talk about your cycle that you're in. This is the cycle we're in, right? Waking up in the Ascension, which is not fun because the Ascension timeline, unlike I'm going to go be a rock star timeline, right? Well, that can include depression and drugs and all kinds of thoughts of suicide and all kinds of fun stuff, right? But if you don't live, but the Ascension timeline, choosing the Ascension timeline, we're pretty much out of timelines, right? So we've done it all. We've done the drug addict timeline. We've done the, you name it. And the question really becomes then, do we do those timelines in simultaneous fashion? So think about these things as you go about your day here. It's where my esoteric mind is always like thinking it's like craziness. But all right, I have Pisces rising. All right, so Care Bear, I do need to get you an email, so I will remind myself, sending a message to my future self to remind my current self in my future space, right, which would be my current self at that future time, to send you an email regarding having you on the show to discuss astrology. So there we go. All right. And if you followed that, favor to you. All right. So number 48. So we're going to do the palm reading cards for the today, which I neglected. I am a bad teacher. Bad teacher, no soup for me. I forgot the cards yesterday. So I certainly apologize there. All right. So let's see here. The Ring of Solomon. It sounds like Solomon's Mines, like a movie or something. All right, the Ring of Solomon. I'll show you the card here. It's going to be backwards, but it's the hand that we're looking at anyway. All right, so this is a semicircular line that surrounds the mound of Jupiter. It indicates intense interest in psychic subjects. Semicircular, so it's right here. Whop. That line right there. That one. So if you have that line, I can't tell. But if you have that line, then line up, because then you interest in psychic subjects and intuitive, and you are intuitive to the need of others. Or if you can just be a Cancer, right? I've got it. What a surprise. There you go, Millie. All right. So the Ring of Saturn would be next. There we go. And the Ring of Saturn then would be right there. I'll do it right there. There we go. All right. There we go. Right above my fingertip. All right. Right finger, right? All right. So the Ring of Saturn is a semicircular line that surrounds the mount of Saturn beneath the second finger. There we go. It can have a negative indication, making it difficult for you to achieve your goals. All right. Let's look and hope we don't have this card. Right? So you do not have the Ring of Saturn, right? We are favoring that. So we favor you do not have the Ring of Saturn. Woo, no. No Ring of Saturn, and you always want to check your dominant hand, right? So no Ring of Saturn on me, and thankfully, I just blocked myself. But I don't know about you guys. Hopefully no Ring of Saturn for you as well. But all right, making it difficult, and no difficult in our universe, right? We don't see that. So the cards from the other day are posted. I'll get these posted today, and generally until the cards are clear, that's all you'll basically will see on the channel. So again, just for your viewing pleasure, the Ring of Solomon. There we go, and that's right there. So if you have that, it's that right under the line under the finger. Here we go. That line right there. Perfect. All right, and again, that's shows that you have a interest in psychic abilities and intuitive. You are intuitive to the need of others. And then lastly, the ring of Saturn, which you don't want. I mean, you may. I don't know. I don't know you and your goals on planet Earth as Source walking around in the Ascension game. So there you. That's the ring of Saturn right there if you have one. And negative indication making it difficult for you to achieve your goals. So it's a blocking energy. Well, nothing's blocking, but it makes it, can make it. You make it, can, being the appropriate word there, make it difficult for you to achieve your goals. So slide those up there and make sure I get those and put into the channel today. All right. So we're going to channel, speaking of channeling, this is a channeling channel. And so we do channel here on this channel, right? All right. Julie, palmistry is something that I didn't get into, so I find that very interesting. So yeah, Julie, if you go to the community page there, we got the whole deck. So there's 40, right now we're at like 48, 49 cards. And so all of those cards are posted, so you can study the entire deck. And there is a link to the deck, is what's like $7 on the Slamazon there. Maybe more, as it is made in China. So I don't know how the, I haven't like done anything yet to see if prices from China have gone up or anything else, but buy your goods from China, not the Republic of, like that's Taiwan, but China, right? If you see that, ugh, me too, Hershey, maybe I'm working, maybe I'm wrong, I must moisturize, there you go. But yeah, so if you need anything from China, buy it as soon as possible. Like this deck for $7.99. All right, so the tariffs are supposed to be 94% from China. We're saying that for the algorithm. Not good, right? Because if you say it the correct way, then you get you get Tipper Gore because she tried to take away all the music, right? And so she'll try to take away your music if you say words certainly. So yeah, you got 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, but yeah. So get your cards from China as soon as possible. I think yeah, they are made in China. So there you go. All right, you and me both, sis. We got the strongest light. We can refill those if we need. I found some stone. The color grabbed my eyes, mixed my texture and color of green and blue. I wasn't carrying a mix that my proof of name guess. Yes, the Solomon stone came. Oh, there you go. All right, so let's do some channeling, and we will channel on allowing in divine magic, right? Not blocking divine magic. That's what I'm hearing and feeling. And let's see here. We are all magical beings, but Saint Germain, we are grateful to be here for you, to you today. And we say we are grateful because we are channeling through Josh for you, to you, right? We say generally the same thing every dawning, so you know that it is Saint Germain who is channeling with our brother Toth, right? Are you allowing the divine magic into your universe? Are you allowing for your guides, for Saint Germain, for Archangel Raphael to bring magic into your universe? Or are you karmically destroying your possibility of bringing in magic? Are you saying you are not worthy? Are you saying not in my universe? Or are you saying these things happen to other people, but not for myself? You can block the magic in your universe by allowing, or disallowing, we should say, the energies to flow, right? By seeing yourself in a karmic state, by sitting in your traumatic state, feeling non-worthy, right? So you are the grand arbiter of the magic that you allow to flow into your universe. Like anything else in your universe, you are in control of the energies, right? What you radiate out will bounce right back. So if you are radiating fear, right, like a radiator, like a heat radiator, right? So you are heating, sending out waves, right? If you are sending out waves of lack, you will get lack back. If you are sending out waves of fear, right, you will get fear back, right? This is how these things work, right? You are the grand arbiter of the energy that you see. This toroidal field, this gameplay system, you are the energy of the gameplay system, right? You are the microprocessor that is processing the non-localized toroidal field that you are living in, right? The localized toroidal field, really, because only you see what you are is in front of you, right? We all know that the Eiffel Tower, right, exists, but if you are not in Paris, right, you do not see the Eiffel Tower. So is the Eiffel Tower really existing in your universe or not? That is the question. Just like the magic in your universe, You all feel the magic, right? You see the bird fly by, right? And you go, wow, that was a whatever, right? We'll say a hawk, right? Wow, that was beautiful. And you feel was that my ancestors? What are they trying to tell me? We feel the magic, right? Do you allow that magic to continue, or do you just go ground back into your old universe, right? Once magical things happen, do you allow for the universe to keep spinning up the magic? Or are you reacting in shock, right? If you see something like maybe two black egrets, right? Say we make an example here, right? And you very ever see an egret, right? And you are looking for signs in your universe, right? So you see two black egrets in the water, right? And you're like, wow, that's amazing. I've only seen one and now there's two, and I'm looking for, maybe you are looking for a relationship, right? And you take that as a sign, right? I see the two birds, not the one bird, right? And you are seeing how they are interacting. And are you carrying that magic once the moment is over, right? You leave the lake, you move away, you step into another space. Are you still in the magic of the lake, or have you released that magic? That magic is not supposed to go away. It is not supposed to be, oh, I'm not at the lake, so now I'm back in my broken universe, right? Or whatever is in your universe, right? No, you are still, the energy of the lake is supposed to sit inside you now, right? You carry that magic with you, right? That is the point of all of that, right? When you go ground, right? Do you not feel amazing? Do you not feel magical when you are grounding? When you stop grounding, then, right? How do you feel? Generally, you still feel magical, right? Unless, of course, you pick up your cell phone, start doing crazy stuff, right? And then start looking into what's not right in your universe. What do I have to do? Maybe you check your bank account. What would happen if you ground, right? The moment you stop grounding, you start worrying about your bank account and your bills and whatnot, right? So in your universe, here's what we are getting at, right? And I think you are in understanding here. In your universe, when the magic grabs you, allow the magic to keep you, right? To keep yourself in the magical space. Do not try to reground or go back into your normal space, right? So when Tath is telling you to expect magic in your universe, right? Are you running around in karmic space? Are you running around not looking for the magic? Are you running around in the lack, or the bill that is owed next week? Are the needing for this or that, or whatever it is for you in your universe? That is a question that we are asking of you today, right? Can you stand in the magical frame instead and put all that aside for the moment, right? And say, okay, I have a bill that is due, right? So the magic, Tath is telling me there is magic, right? We are just making this up, but so Tath is telling me there is magic in the universe, right? And if you are the Dave Clark Five, then you can believe in magic too, right? That's what we are getting at. So from your end, do you then slow down, look for the magic, and allow it to happen? Are you still running around in your dervish universe going, thank you, Tath, but I still have that bill to pay, and I don't see where you are helping me? I still have X, and I don't see where there's any possibility of any help, right? You have no idea, right? Magic and miracles happen all the time on your planet. Are you stepping into that magic, into the miracles that you are looking for, looking to be, looking to have in your universe? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. I cannot, Saint Germain cannot answer those for you and cannot be part of that magic. You have to step into the magic itself. You are the magic, right? Saint Germain, you are the magic you are looking for. We are going to state that, right? So if Thoth is telling you that are magical things coming into your universe, are you allowing for that? Can you say in your universe, I am letting the magic happen and step back? How many of us are trying to fix what we broke through the same energy? How many of us are not trusting in our universe? And how many of us, when we see, oh, Thoth is going to bring in the magic, are sitting there karmically going, magic doesn't happen in your, just an example, right? Magic does not happen in my universe. I do not know. Nothing good of, right? What energy are you stating, and what are you grounding into? These are the questions you have to be asking yourself. You are the magic you are looking for, right? And if you have all been part of the round table, right, then you all know Merlin, right? And how many of you have tried to be Merlin, right? I'm going to come back and be Merlin, right? So you are that magic that you are looking for, right? How many of you have been the energy of Thoth, right? Maybe you all have, maybe you haven't, but nonetheless, allow for that energy to flow through you. Put your karmic stuff aside. That is why you have to break the trauma drama, right? That's why we ask you to do the work, right? Because you cannot feel that there would be any possibility of a miracle if you are still sitting in the traumas. If you are still sitting in the dramas of your universe, how can there be a miracle, right? If you are sitting in trauma, then all you are seeing from the lens of your universe is the traumas that you are sitting in. That is the question. What are we? We are seeing a twist of faith here. My skins came to compensate. I naturally produce a bunch of. There we go. All right. So we're naturally producing oil. So there you go, right? So, but you are producing something. There you go. So, but nonetheless, in your universe, can you see the miracles? Can you allow for the miracles? And can you be that miracle that you are looking for? If you are standing there saying that my universe does not this or that, then your universe has to provide that for you. Are you understanding? You are the grand energy of what you see outside your eyes, right? So that's why we're saying that to ground into all the news, right? The NNC and all that stuff, right? We are telling you not to watch that because you will ground into that, create fear in your universe, and then you will start living in their universe. This is your field, right? Your terrestrial field. You create what you want within that field based on your expectations, based on what you allow, and based on how much trauma you clear from your body, right? Because your body is holding that trauma. And if your body is holding trauma, it's not you. You are source. You are clean, pure, loving source energy. It's the body that you are in from lifetimes, that the DNA, right, that is holding the memories of that trauma. Of course, you could take a spoonful of that DNA and hold the memories of everybody and everything ever within that DNA. So nonetheless, what are you allowing to hold in your DNA and what are you holding in your frame? So ask Thoth today to show you that miracle. Maybe you played, it was the loving spoonfuls, right? Is that who it is? The loving spoonfuls. I believe in magic, right? Can you do that for yourself? Can you believe in the magic, the miracles of your universe? Can you step into the miracles? The fact that you are a ball of energy that is stuffed into a meat suit, that is sitting on a energetic or in an energetic toroidal field, right? That is a broadcasting toroidal field that you are seeing the density of it, that you are feeling the density of it, that you can be poked and prodded and you can be set on fire, right? And you can absquatulate and defenestrate yourself if you want to hurl yourself through a window, right? So there are lots of things that you can do, right? And you can generate oil from your skin. There you go, right? So nonetheless, when you are in source mode, right? When you are just the energy and you are not here on the earthly plane, right? In the game mode, right? When you are in the ether, right? Are you generating oily skin? No. So enjoy the experience, right? Are you drinking bitter coffee? No. So if your coffee doesn't taste good, enjoy it anyways. Why? Because there's no coffee on the other side, right? And if there is somebody telling you in the flesh, right? When you are standing in the flesh, giving you a sign that the miracles are trying to come into your universe, would you not allow for them, please? We do not get karmic about it and say, no, not in my universe. Allow for that. See the miracle already, that you are standing here, that you are drinking coffee, right? That you are on the gameplay field, right? We are all together. What are the odds, right? There are 8 billion people on this planet. Care Bear, Millie, Chloe, right? What are the odds that all of us, right, are in trillions to one, right? So what are you saying is, let's go, relax. Something bigger has your back, right? In this case, Thoth, right? He's bringing in your miracle. So what is your miracle today? Will you allow for that miracle, or are you going to be the blocking energy of your universe? Are you going to sit in the traumas of the flesh, right, which aren't even real traumas, and be the blocking energy? Your Sims character, if you were to play Sims, right, and you do something terrible to your Sims character, it does not, and you cook, right, and you make your Sims character like drop the pot or whatever, right, or burn the food or whatever you can do to ruin your Sims character, right? The next time you make your Sims character cook, there's no trauma. It is not going, no, I will not cook any further. I'm traumatized from the last time. Your Sims character, as you direct it, goes and cooks, right? And munch. And there you go, right? So from your universe then, right? Think of it, you are kind of like a Sims character. You are carrying, except your body is holding the vibrational energy of each time you've been a character on planet Earth, right? So from your universe, a very loud pickup truck, right? So sometimes your truck has to be louder than the space shuttle taking off, right? We do not know why. But for you, right? You can hear the truck a mile away. In this case, this truck you can hear a mile away, right? down the street, and you can still hear it. But favor to you, not like a motorcycle, right? You Harley Davidson, where it's very loud so that you don't get run over, right? But make your truck with cut pipes very loud, right? You can still hear it. We can still hear it riding down the road, right? Nonetheless. So from your end, if you have a big truck, right, be considerate. Do not cut the pipes. Make it super loud that the space shuttle is driving through your parking lot, right? Remember, at the time, the space shuttle was the loudest thing on the universe, right? To take when you would take off, it's the loudest sound on planet Earth with the space shuttle, right? So there you go. But nonetheless, allow for Thoth to come in. Slow down in your universes. Don't take it all so seriously. And if you allow for Thoth to come in and do his magic, right? Then you might have some magic things happen in your universe. You are so busy pushing what you want. I want, I don't have, right? That when it starts to show up, you push it away. I don't have it. I don't need it. I don't see it. It's not here. Where is it? I need it. That your universe can't bring it to you because you are chasing like a chicken with its head cut off, right? So to speak, right? You ever tried to do that? Nonetheless. Favor to you. So don't be the chicken with its head cut off. Allow your universe to direct and guide and give, right? You get all the green lights today. See it as a miracle, right? Exactly. You go to the store, maybe they don't have what you have been looking for a week, right? And you see it on the shelf and it is on sale. See the miracle, right? Are you opening to do so? The miracle does not have to be large to allow to be a miracle, right? Just to getting the green light that you never get, right? Could be to change your universe. We're talking about energy, right? So it's all about the same constant energy that you are generating, right? So if you are generating the energy of I allow for miracles, right? And you get the one traffic light, maybe you get the next traffic light that you would normally not get as well, right? Are you seeing what we are discussing here and picking up what we are putting down? Saint Germain is asking. We are Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael. We have channeled. And Archangel Raphael, he is doing his own thing. We have separated the energies, but we still say it at the end, right? Nonetheless, so we are grateful for you. We are grateful for our brother Thoth, right? Are you grateful for your brother Thoth as well, right? We are all brothers and sisters on this planet, just like you are the same brothers and sisters to the archangels, to myself, to Saint Germain, to Archangel Raphael, to Goddess Isis, right? It's all vibrating energy, right? And maybe you are even the Saint Germain you are looking for in the I am presence, right? So I am allowing for those miracles today. I am thanking Thoth, right? So let's all say that. Thank you, Thoth, for the miracles that you are wanting to bring into our universe. We are allowing for those miracles and we step aside so that you can bring those miracles to us, right? So what is the miracle you are looking for? Take a moment before we end this channel, right? Take a moment, ground into what would be the most miraculous thing to happen to you. Take a moment. Saint Germain is asking, what is the most miraculous thing that could immediately happen to you? And we are not talking some Ed McMahon coming in, right? That would be miraculous within itself, but to give you a check for $1 million. But what otherwise miraculous? Because so think about that. And thank Thoth. Take a moment. Thank you, Thoth. Say that. Saint Germain is asking you to say, thank you, Thoth, for the miracle that you are bringing into my universe. I allow for that miracle and am grateful for the miracle. Say that. I am grateful for the miracle. I allow for the miracle. And truly, I am the miracle that I have been looking for. When you ground into that, you can move your universe. So say that. And somebody type it in the chat. I am the miracle I have been looking for. Because you are. You are that miracle. Believe it. All right, we are moving the chat around. All right, so from your end, be that miracle. Releasing transmission. All right, energy. But yeah, so love all families. So grateful for the miracles and all of you. We love you too, Millie. And you are that miracle that you are looking for. We also, and it's the first thing we want to do is go, yeah, these things don't happen. This is all just, I'm not giving this to the universe here, just as so. Take it, I'm just using this as an example. Gotta be careful, right? So we tell ourselves that we're not worthy, this and that. How can we Why do we judge our worthiness on what other people generally have thought, done, and acted around us? That's the biggest question. You can figure that out? Building on my dream, I allow them. Dale, you are the miracle. I am my own miracle. I am the love I've been looking for, right? I am the abundance that I generate. I am all the abundance of the universe. It's easy to sit here and say that, but when you're in a jammed out, it's not as. But can you allow for that? These are the questions. Though I can walk past Millie now and do not go when it feels I do go with. I felt right. True grandpa probably laughed at two women. Can shine now. Karma. Good done in karma. Horses trigger hope. And if back in the 1700s, if you had no car, right? And if you had no horse and you were to get one, that could trigger some hope for you for sure. Just one way to see that. But all right, so allow for Thoth to bring in that miracle today and see the miracle in your universe. Ask Thoth. We're going to ask Thoth right now. You can join me or not, but follow along here. Thoth, show me. Thank you. Let's see that miracle. Grateful. Show me how awesome it can be. Let's see it. There you go. All right. Hi, Millie. Eating breakfast, everyone typing with one hand. Favor to breaking fast. And yeah, how many of you like you fast all day and then you just eat dinner, right? Technically, then your dinner is your breaking fast. It's your breakfast, right? The breakfast doesn't have to be, it's breaking the fast, right? But actually, did you guys actually know that breakfast wasn't really a thing until like 1930s? I forget the advertising guy, Swift Sausage Company, which is now owned by Chinese corporation. So if you need meat, get Swift meat quickly and fast, because it is also from China, right? From China. So yeah, from you, and not that I eat meat, but yeah. So breakfast was actually just tea and toast, and then an advertising campaign created breakfast. So all the big breakfasts that we have, if you eat eggs and you go to McDonald's for the big breakfast, favor. I haven't been to McDonald's except for picking up a dash. I never saw that movie. What's the movie? Let's see here. Milagros. I was always thinking the Milagros Beanfield. Yeah, there you go. The Milagros Beanfield War. That's an old movie. Funny how we say movies like a movie from the 80s or the 90s. That's an old movie, right? Like crazy how that works. We used to think that like Casablanca would be an old, that's like dust, but now we can think like Toy Story is an old movie, which is kind of crazy when you really think about it. It's on its way in divine timing. Yeah, trust the miracle. There you go. So trust, be the miracle you are looking for today. We are all allowed to be. The fact that you are here on earth is the miracle within itself, right? That you're here, you made it, you survived. You're standing here, you've been poked and prodded and jabbed at least 3 or 4 times at least. And eating heavier is needed when I need to better ground or sleep. It helps weigh me down. There you go. All right. So let's work with the, this is the orange calcite. And orange, anything orange helps with creativity and abundance in your universe, or at least in mine. Orange, like my chakra, is orange when I'm on stage here. I don't know what it is outside of that, but it's been seen orange when I'm on YouTube a couple of times. And so orange is the creativity chakra, which also means then if you can produce an orange chakra, there is some sort of healing that's been done in your root and your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is your creative chakra. And so if you can actually, if you can produce energy through your sacral and produce an orange chakra, then some healing has been taken. It's not like blacked out. Okay, that song, Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey Mickey. Hey Mickey. Isn't that the video there? They're like all cheerleaders in a town stage. All right, guys. This works only with your permission. So by being here, you can flip the phone down, you can dive the chat, whatever works for you. But I won't do this without your permission. You can say yes, and interacting with the screen helps as well. We did get over 120 views yesterday, which for a channel under, that's where you kind of get capped. If you've noticed, technically the views should go on forever, right? I mean, one here and there, and they rip it out of the algorithm at some point. If you're under 1,000, it doesn't stay in the. you have a different algorithm, but to get over to be under 1,000 to get over 100 is where you want to be. So we're doing pretty well here. We're 160, 140, 50 something from 200, or from 1,000, I should say. So yeah, if you keep tapping on the screen there, it sends a notification to YouTube that the channel is being interacted with, and it allows the video to go higher up in the algorithm. So it's always appreciated when those hearts and stuff go flying. But I'm not sure I understand the double tap, because when you double tap on the screen, if you do the hearts or something, that's really what it's about. Then the YouTube knows that you're flinging hearts, right? It's on their system, right? And so it just knows that the video is being more active, or people are being more active with the video in that aspect. And so it sees that, and so it interprets that to move it into a higher state in the algorithm. Like if you put more likes, the more likes you get, the more comments it gets, the more views you will get. If you have no comments, no likes, then generally it sits at the bottom of the algorithm. All right, so let's work with the orange calcite. If you're looking for abundance today, you can ground into that. If you're trying to do something creative, and I've shifted, instead of like needing work, I've just shifted my internal talk to, okay, universe, show me how my creative abilities can create abundance. Help me as a creator, as a creative being, to create abundance. I let go. So maybe Toth's miracle is to bring in the ability to create more abundance. I don't know, but Adam is 1.5 hours away from me not speeding. There you go. So Millie could have lunch with Adam, theoretically. But all right, so here we go, guys. We're going to work with, and again, energy works through the internet, and sometimes even better than directly, because you don't have the 6-foot energetic Merkaba, like our energy, what crosses each other at 6 feet. It goes past that, but 6 feet is where it caps out, like the higher. We're going to leave that alone, but 6 feet is right. So if you keep everybody 6.1 feet, right, then you get a way less dense energetic connection to everybody, right? All right. All right, guys, and again, we don't have any music. Sometimes silence is great. You can just feel that peace, sit and chill. But all right, so who's live today? That's the question. Some channels we discussed, some channels we've moved out of the rotation, and so it be, right? Sometimes you don't realize what you do when you burn up the capital that you have from a group. And so you do what you do, and we love you anyways. But so who is live today? Care Bear was live this dawning. If you missed it, I did. I was sleeping. I apologize, but it's at 6:30 in the morning. And I love you, Care Bear. You may not always see me at 6:30 in the dawning. Not that, so right. So, but I did sleep through that. But Care Bear was live this dawning. So if you missed it, you can go and rewatch it. But otherwise, Krista will be live in 33 minutes, 34 minutes. Krista will be live. So she's 10 to 11. Then at 11 o'clock, you can go over, and I kind of not watch so much anymore. You can go to R. Wayne Steiger. I'm just not looking for anybody telling me I'm screwed or fear porn. Just no fear, none of it. Not that R. Wayne Steiger is always doing that in any aspect. I got to check the type. Check your titles. Your title and your mileage may vary. But he's live at 11. 11:30 is the round table. There we go. So that myself, Darren, Eric, and Victor, and I will be here for the round table before I go out and earn my funds by door dashing. So I will stick around until then. So I'll be in Krista's chat. So yeah, so the round table, it's on my channel, it's on Victor's channel. You can go to Darren and Luna as well, or Eric, and it's on broadcasting on everybody. But yeah, I got it under the lives there, and that's at 11:30, which would be 11:30 to 1:30 your time. There we go. Otherwise, today at 3 o'clock, which is my time, again, 5 o'clock, which would be East Coast time, or 4 o'clock, which would be Victor time, and Chloe time, is Teresa, Wombs to Wisdom with Teresa. She is live today, should be. And tonight, What is tonight? Tonight is Thursday. Rita Willow is only live Friday and Saturdays now. So tonight, nobody. Victor at 9:45 in the PM. I don't think anybody else is live. I don't think Adam is live this week. There's no full moon. There's no any of that. That's next week. Is the would be another fire homa for the new moon. But so yeah, there we go. I think we got everybody. Otherwise, you can always watch, and we could go over them. Witchy Trista, Angel Wings, Chris the Volunteer. You can read Millie's posts. You can go to Blindly Inspired and check out her posts as well. You can check out Care Bear from This Dawning. You can watch an old Victor. You can, there's like 85 different channels, and I don't even have them all. I got to write them all down. I'm going to make a list. You can go to Chloe's channel. You can send Chloe an email, chloejanemills82@gmail.com, and see if there's something you want to see on the show Saturday, right? We will be live Saturday at 8:30, right after Victor. There we go. So after Truth Wave, 8:30 my time, 10:30 East Coast, we will have Chloe for an hour and a half, and then I think Krista goes live after that. So time slots, right? Grateful because when I started all this, there was no time slots per se. It was so now we've got all this universe that's built up around, and it absolutely blows my mind. So thank you guys. All right, so we're going to seal this off and close this out for today. All right, seal. I think Viviani's live tomorrow. I'm not sure if she's live this morning or tomorrow with John Binney. Otherwise, but I think it's tomorrow. But otherwise, I think we've covered everybody, I think. And if I'm missing somebody, let me know. Otherwise, throw it in the chat. But yeah, you can always check out Lottie B's channel, of course, as well for a musical interlude. So there's lots of things that I don't watch when he talks about demons and such. Neither do I, Chloe. Honestly, I kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I stopped a lot of anything that's going to throw me, you're screwed, demons are taking over, the technology's going to get you, the money systems, none of it. It's all out of my frame. My kids got me a guava and cheese Danish. Ooh, yummy. All right, so let's close this out. And how do we do that? We do a big Josh group hug, and that's a Victorism. And thank you there, Victor, for that. Honestly, I felt a little weird about it the first couple of times, but honestly, I truly appreciate that. Yeah, you knew my universe there. Hearing when Victor calls out Big Josh hug blows my mind. It truly does, and it grateful. All right, and of course, write the peace note. Right there we go. This is the who, but it's gonna be like 60 something. So you ever get in that weird energy where it's like it's freezing right now. Like right now, it's not so bad, but right when Good Dawning starts, it was like 35 degrees, and now it's like in the 40s, 50. But so it's like one of those weird weather days where it's hot, but it's not, but it's gonna be. But yeah, right. And then when you live in Colorado, when you step outside, right? If you step into the shade, whatever the ambient air temperature is supposed to be, drop it by 20 degrees. And then if you step out into a sunbeam, whatever the ambient air temperature is supposed to be, jack that up by about 10 to 15, maybe 20 degrees. So if it's supposed to be 60, you go into the shade, it's going to be in the 50s, maybe in the upper 40s. And I'm not kidding. And if you stand in a direct sunbeam, then it could be hit with like 85 degrees. It could be like 80, 85 degrees within the sunbeam itself. It's really an interesting way to, it's interesting space. Norval, Good Dawning. All right. So yeah, thank you, Victor, really. All right, so let's close this out. Left arm up, to person to your left, right arm up, to person to your right. Big circle, huddle, right? Like you see in like Australian rules football and rugby, but we said we're not going to push each other around and run around the field in a big huddle, right? No, of course not. But left arm up, right arm up, and just like we said before, energetics, as we did through with the orange calcite here, works just as well. And of course, this came from where else but Chloe's crystals, just to give you an idea of the quality of, you all seen that, so you all know. So, and those who know, buy their quality crystals from at Chloe's Crystals on YouTube or chloescrystals.com, which is under construction. All right, so from your end to mine, left arm up, right arm up. As we spin the energy around, it comes out of our left hand, right? And it goes around. It's going to go through you, right? And if it goes through you, it has to go through what? Your heart chakra. And as it comes back around, It's going to come back around through your right hand eventually, right? As it spins around and cuts right across your chest, right through your heart chakra, right? And we'll grab that energy and spin it up. As we spin up our reverse tornadoes, we push the energy up into the greater source field, and we lock on our energy into the greater source field as we spin that up like the Large Hadron Collider. And they've just proposed the second one, which there's others, but the second one that'll be twice as large, right? So there you go. So welcome to, you think the Mandela effects are interesting now. They could get 20 years from now, it could be a whole nother planet. We wake up one day, we're standing on Mars or something, right? We never really know anymore, but nonetheless, let's see what they decide to do. But it'll take about 20 years just to build it, because it took them about 20 years to build the current one. But nonetheless, as we send that energy up to the greater source field, we send up the love that we carry for each other here in the group to humanity as a whole. We send that love that we each have for each other and for ourselves up to the greater source field and send and share that love with everybody on planet Earth. We take that love within ourselves and send that love to all who have come in, no four walls, right? Everybody on this planet should have walls to protect them from the outside elements. Fortunately, we are placed on this planet. We are not specifically native to this planet, unlike the birds and the bees that don't need four walls. We have to shelter ourselves to live on this planet. And so nobody should shelter themselves to live on this planet in a mud hut, a tin hut, a bunch of twigs and sticks, a tent, or anything else, unless they are purposely choosing to do so for experience. Everyone should have the right to live in a decent home. And of course, we have the money and the ability to build everybody on this planet a 2-bedroom home, give them an acre of land and put them in Texas and still have space. Keep that in mind. And we have the money and the technology and the ability to do that, but we choose not to. Everybody living in those homes should have the right and the ability to drink fresh and clean water. There is no reason why anybody on this planet is going to the river to boil water, to haul it back first, then boil it while they're thirsty in the blazing sun. And they have to wait an hour and a half, 2 hours for the water to cool in the blazing sun temperature because there's no fridge to put it in, right? And then drink their warmish water that they boiled because, yeah, favor to that, right? Nobody should have to do that. We have technology now that'll pull the water out of the thin air, a box that will create water as long as you have 10% or more humidity. So why are we? We see everybody with fresh fruits and vegetables and food, right? We're living on a planet that throws away more food than physically is eaten. Why are we having people starving on this planet if we are throwing away more than what we physically eat? I say nothing more. And we see the governments of the world apologizing to all of their citizens, right? For all the grifting, the grafting, the taking, the lying, the cheating, the stealing, the backstabbing, the insider this and that and otherwise that they have done behind, around, and back to the back of their citizens, right? The dish has run away with the spoon one last time. And we see the governments of the world apologizing for allowing and taking the dish and the spoon from their citizens. And we see the governments of the world apologizing to their militaries for utilizing their citizens as energetic pawns in their games, right? And we see the militaries of the world putting their weapons down, going up and shaking hands to and discussing their differences, or discussing with those they would have shot otherwise, right? And we see the governments of the world instead deciding to have a big cage match, right? And whichever country leader stands firm, there you go. That's the winner, right? We'll just do it by cage match style. Putin probably win, but nonetheless, since he is a 10th degree black belt in judo, probably the most skilled judo master on the planet, but nonetheless, be a lot better than war, right? We see each and every one of us here in this circle. We see each and every one of us in abundance, in peace, in love, in joy, living our highest and best, most lives, right? We see Henny walking tall, standing straight in her new apartment on Long Island. We see Lindsay in her new place with fresh fruits and vegetables and access to all kinds of awesomeness. we see Rick, which we actually don't see at the moment, but we see Rick going back to his doctor in 6 months because he is the miracle that we have all been looking at, right? You want a miracle, ground into Rick, if nothing else. He is that living miracle that you have been looking for, right? He quit his chemo. Now it's cancer-free. We see Rick going to the doctor in 6 months and the doctor going, get the F out of here. Did I ever treat you for cancer? Because I can't find any proof that I did. And we see all of you out there, anybody, Karen, right? We see Karen not having to go to Estes anymore because whatever is going on is spontaneously healed, right? And all of you out there, we see Chloe getting on Chloe's crystals the first day and selling out every single crystal on the shop, right? So Chloe's Crystals is up in business and out of business in 5 minutes because it's all sold out. There we go. And whatever you're looking for in your universe, right? We see me with more abundance and a better position, some sort of way to bring in that flow of abundance, right? Versus door dashing, whatever it is for you. And if there's something out there going on, I just don't know it. So I apologize. But if you want to put it in the chat, I will. And then we can add it to this. But whatever is going on in your universe, right? Favor to that in any form or fashion. And we take our tornado of love that we've been spinning up. We cut that cord and we release all of our love to the greater source field. And with that, we say, hallelujah. So it is. There we go. All right, guys. It's a little different every time. This time we did not include like no chemicals from other Gaia and stuff. But every time it's just a little bit different. But that's was awesome. All right. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate that. And thank you guys for being here for another episode of The Good Dawning. So to recap, Krista will be live in 25 minutes, 20-something minutes, 20 minutes. Then at 11:30 will be myself, Victor, Darren, and Eric with the round table. Then at 3 or 5 o'clock, take your pick, depending on where you live, most likely 5 o'clock on the East Coast. 3 o'clock with me, and 4 o'clock if you're Victor and Scotty Boy. Where you been? Favor. We're sending a telephone out for Scotty Boy. We haven't seen him in a few days. And so we will see you at Teresa. And we support Teresa because it's genuine. She's really just doing genuine healing work there and putting it out there. And if you didn't know, Teresa is a certified hypnotherapist. There's a lot of hidden gems underneath that energy there that doesn't show on the surface, right? And so check out Teresa at Wounds to Wisdom at 5 o'clock. And then tonight, I don't think anything else is going on as far as I know. And if there is, I truly do apologize. Victor at 9:45 in the p.m. and that will be East Coast as well. And then Jimmy Church, I think he's tonight. But Millie, always a great live and a fabulous chat. Thank you, Millie. All right, guys, I love you all. Remember, everything you do or don't do helps create your loving, living universe. If you're still in your darkness and you cannot trust Thoth to bring in that magic today, trust in yourself at least to realize that as you release your traumas, and that's it really, it's like peeling an onion. You see more, you feel better, you lose weight, and you feel like you've lost weight. Your cells spread out, and you don't have to cry them out as you just realize what the traumas are, realize what the dramas are, and realize that they're not generally yours to begin with. It's programmed into you. As you release all that, you step into your light body, which makes it incredibly easier to create your loving, living universe as everything is vibrating faster and you are connected to the light, right? The central sun, which is what this represents. Hathor, Isis, the central sun, right? There you go. All right, guys, I love you. Stay awesome. Have a day as worthy as you are, and I will see you all in the next. Thank you.